What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most requested reviews analysis, so stick around. You don't want to miss this. But before we get into that, if you're considering a purchase, don't miss out on this incredible discount available right now. Check the description below and the pinned first comment. Now, let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer seems thoroughly pleased with their recent purchase, especially after a disappointing experience with a different model they had to return. The previous monitor apparently had terrible resolution quality that made working on documents and spreadsheets an awful, eye-straining task. After switching to this monitor, our reviewer found it to be a significant upgrade, noting that even though it cost a little extra, the investment was entirely worth it. The primary improvement is the screen's clarity. Text is now much clearer and crisper, making it perfect for productivity and long work sessions without discomfort. Beyond the excellent display, the physical design is another area where this monitor shines. Its base is wider and heavier, providing a much more stable foundation, which is particularly useful when taking advantage of the screen's rotation. Unlike the previous one that only turned in a single direction, this model can rotate both clockwise and counterclockwise, in addition to swiveling left and right. This client also highlighted the benefit of the extended 3-year warranty, which offered more peace of mind compared to the single year of coverage on the other device. For those who own a computer from the same manufacturer, the setup process appears to be seamless, with the new hardware being automatically detected and registered. A reviewer advises future buyers to keep the service tag number from the box handy, as it's needed to register the product and, more importantly, to download the highly recommended display management software. This application adds a lot of useful functionality. The only minor trade-off is the lack of built-in speakers, but considering the poor quality of the speakers in the previous monitor, this was not a major loss. The problem was easily solved by plugging a small external speaker into the monitor's audio out port. Overall, it's a highly recommended product.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer recently began using a new monitor, and after the first few days has encountered no significant issues. Contrary to some opinions suggesting a cheap build quality, our reviewer strongly disagrees, finding the unit to feel solid, sturdy, and well constructed. As someone who makes their equipment last, they noted that this new display feels just as high quality as a previous model from the same maker which they had used for the better part of a decade. The stand in particular received high praise for its excellent design and functionality. It allows the screen to be raised to a more ergonomic height and adjusted to various viewing angles, with a movement that feels just right, not too stiff but not too loose. This is a vast improvement over older stationary monitors and provides the practical benefit of creating more open, usable space on the desk below. When it comes to the screen itself, the clarity is good, though it didn't quite deliver the wow factor this client was expecting from a modern HD display. The quality is perfectly acceptable, but they recalled some older computer screens that, despite not being HD, packed a more impressive punch in terms of sharpness. They are hopeful that switching to an HDMI cable might improve the picture. The setup process also reflected current trends. No physical manual or driver CD was included in the box, requiring a download from the manufacturer's website. One final point that might disappoint some potential buyers is the lack of a built-in webcam. Our reviewer found this surprising at first, but soon discovered that it has become a common omission across the market, likely as a cost-cutting measure. While not a major flaw, it's something to be aware of for those who haven't upgraded their display in a while.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer recently upgraded from a trusty, older display that had served faithfully for years. As a longtime user of this brand with a history of reliable performance, the decision to stick with them for this upgrade felt natural. One of the first things noticed was the quality of the stand. While perhaps a touch lighter and less imposing than the previous model, it still feels remarkably solid and provides a full range of adjustments. Swiveling and tilting are smooth and effortless, suggesting a well-engineered and durable design. The most striking difference is the improved clarity and crispness of the text. Reading on this display is noticeably more comfortable, a welcome change that makes long work sessions less straining. The control buttons, though small, have a satisfying click and don't feel cheap or flimsy. Navigating the menu is straightforward, and discovering the response time setting made a visible improvement to overall performance after changing it to fast. The inclusion of a generously long DisplayPort cable was also a plus. If there is any downside, it's that this monitor does need some tweaking out of the box. However, this is a minor quibble as settings are subjective and easily adjustable to personal preferences.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.